Good morning, everybody. It's a cold, chilly morning, yes, but that's not what I'm going to talk about this morning. Not hardly. What I'm going to talk about this morning is concerning a show that I watched yesterday, or I should say last night, and it was called Signs from the Dead. And right now I'm going to show you my husband that passed away. July will be 5 years. And that's where the picture that I'm showing you is where his ashes are in. Yeah, that's the container his ashes are in. But anyway, this may take more than one video, but I'll try to do the other one today also. But anyway, this is my husband, which I miss him today so dearly. If some of you that have been watching my videos for several years now, you may have seen this one video that I posted where I was camping out. It was maybe 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. I was camping out. Anyway, let me go back a little bit. When my husband was dying, I always would say, honey, please let me know that you're okay. Show me a sign, some way, somehow, that you are okay, that everything is all right. So about 2 years after he passed away, I was camping, and there was a butterfly. There was a butterfly. But I mean, come on, butterflies are everywhere. I know, they're everywhere. But this particular butterfly, and it was funny because I was thinking about my husband at the time. I was sitting out there, enjoying nature. It was a warm day. And stop it. And this butterfly landed on my hand. First it circled around me a little bit, and then it landed on my hand. And I'm going, okay, that's cool. And, you know, they do that. But it wouldn't go away. I tried to get it to go away, and it wouldn't fly away. It stayed in my hand. And I thought, oh, how awesome you are, you know. And I very lightly petted it. And it stayed, and it allowed me to. And then I brought it up to me, and I kissed it, and it let me. And all of a sudden, I got this overwhelming feeling that was Wes. That was Wes' way of showing me that he was okay. That the promise that he gave me that he would give me a sign. That was the sign. Oh, you could say, oh, it's your imagination, or it could. Listen, get down. Get down. It was my imagination, or that it was something I wanted. Well, no, I didn't want the butterfly to land on me and stay on me. It literally went from my hand to my shoulder. And I walked around for a little bit, which was one thing y'all didn't see on the video because it would have taken too long. But a good 15-20 minutes, it stayed with me. And I talked to it, and I felt such comfort from him. I really and honestly believe it was his way of allowing me to know that he was okay. And that he was still here. And he is still here. He'll always be with me, right here. He'll always be with me. You know, I've been married before, and I have lost husbands. They have passed, but this husband was special. This husband was, call it soulmate, I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, a lot of you know the story about my marriage, and I'm not going to go into it right now because that's not what I'm talking about. But I have had other experiences. My other experience was with my father, which I think I have mentioned it before also. We didn't have much of a relationship, not at all. I met my father when I was 16. I saw him one other time before that, which I was very young at the time. My father was not, he was what they call a sperm donor. I mean, him and my mom were married, but, well, I'll put it this way. My mom was married to him. He wasn't married to nobody. In fact, he committed bigamy the day I was born, without my mother's knowledge, you know. But anyway, we did not have much of a relationship. I stayed with him for about 11 months when I was 16. Big mistake, but I did anyway. You learn. And then he passed away. He passed away in July also, like my husband. But it was like April. The following April was my birthday. I have a half-sister whose birthday is the same day as mine. We're 11 years apart. And I was asleep, and a voice woke me up saying, "Happy birthday, honey." Well, he always called me honey. And I thought, huh? What the heck? I thought, well, maybe this is I'm still dreaming or something. But I couldn't quite tell where the voice was coming from. Once again, I hear the voice, and I'm like, okay. Turned around, and I looked, and the door was right next to the side of the bed that I always slept on. And standing there was my father. Just as real as if you was here and I was looking at you. And the next thing I heard was, "Happy birthday, honey." And then he just faded away. I got up. I made my coffee, of course, and I called my half-sister, and I said, "Lori, did Daddy appear to you?" And she said, "No." So then I explained to her what had occurred. And she said, "Well, maybe as you really deserved it, he needed to do right by you." And I'm like, I really didn't have to. But, you know, it was... Because right before he died, I went to see him in the hospital. And before I left, this is the last time I spoke to him, the last time I saw him. Before I left, I leaned over his bed and I kissed him on the cheek and I said, "Daddy, I want you to know that I forgive you for everything you've ever done to me. And I forgive you for everything you never did for me." And that was the last I talked to my father. So maybe, yes, maybe that was one way of him saying thank you or whatever. But I'm not dwelling on him. But it was my husband. That, I don't know if you've all experienced anything like that or not. But it gives you such a peace of mind and a peace of heart. I would love to talk to those of you that have experienced that. And I would like to hear your story. And I would like to hear what it did for you when you experienced it. Peace, my friends. Love you all.